Caught in the jaws of an alligator, how did he survive? Next, American Journal.
This is Entertainment Tonight, the most watched entertainment news program in the world.
Kirstie Alley.
From living the high life to life on the farm. Only E.T. has your funny first look at the new film with TV's favorite female. Plus, Lisa, Courtney, Jennifer. Find out which friend is expecting a baby.
I am alcoholic, and I didn't want to speak those words for nothing.
A fitness queen and her descent into drinking.
Since the day I took a sip of alcohol.
Susan Powter tells 2020 about bottoming out on the bottle.
Are you ready for this?
It's a Boogie Night bash for Burt as Hollywood celebrates the sizzling 70s.
Kick off the platform, peel off the polyester.
Because we have got the buzz on premiere night. Big bell bottoms, big cars.
Plus, before there was Ellen, there was Bob.
I've never had anyone yell like, get off the stage, faggot.
It's an E.T. cover story on the gay stand-up star who made coming out a comedy.
Don't mess with the gay mafia. They'll break the legs on your coffee table.
Welcome to Entertainment Tonight for Thursday, October 16th, 1997. Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Dolan.
And I'm Mary Hart. Thank you for joining us. Kirstie Alley is the new queen of one-liners on NBC. Tim Allen is the king of comedy on ABC. So what happens when you pair them up on the big screen? The jokers are wild, and the Amish better look out.
You want a divorce? Then it'll get ugly.
I can do ugly. I've done you for the last 10 years.
Kirstie Alley and Tim Allen team up as an unhappily married but highly successful couple who suddenly find themselves dodging the tax man in this exclusive first look at For Richer or Poorer.
You know, there was that little IRS audit thing.
What do you mean my accounts are frozen?
Al, I left out a few little details.
$5 million?
I think they're going to arrest you. Hold it, IRS!
I can't believe it, you just shot at him.
He had a gun.
He had a phone.
With the IRS in hot pursuit, the desperate duo manages to escape and ends up in Amish country, hiding out with a local family and taking on more than they bargained for.
Surprise! I'm so relieved you're here. We could really use the extra help.
Morning! Look at that, honey. It's almost 4:45. You must have overslept.
Let's go scrub the kitchen floor. Oh, could we?
I know cheaters. Right now, the Sextons are kicking back at some fancy Caribbean resort. Slugging down rum drinks. They're having the time of their lives.
I can't stay here. I've never worked so hard in my life for a meal.
Good food, good meat. Good God, let's eat.
Emma made your very favorite dish. A long casserole.
Oh, look at that.
These people are not right. They're like children of the corn.
And while these big city folk are learning the ways of the Amish, they also find it's love and the simpler things in life that matter the most.
It's been a long time since she opened her barn for me. Did you ever really love me?
You mean like that? Aren't there mornings when you yourselves wake up and you think, I'm just so in the mood to wear pink?
You might have recognized another must-see TV regular in there. Seinfeld's Newman Wayne Knight was Tim's accountant. For Richer or Poorer opens in December.
In the 70s, Burt Reynolds was the #1 movie star in the world. So it's no surprise that Burt is back in a new movie that celebrates those disco days and Boogie Nights. E.T.'s Mark Steinis went back in time for the polyester premiere.
Where's your 70s outfit?
I forgot it at home.
Well, the 70s are alive tonight.
And all of Hollywood has turned out to boogie down with Burt.
Are you ready for this?
I've been ready for this for longer than you've been alive.
The red carpet exploded with stars who came out to cheer Burt Reynolds' big screen comeback as a 70s-era porn filmmaker in Boogie Nights.
Out here supporting the
Porn world tonight, aren't you?
Absolutely, I'm just doing my job.
Jack Warner, filmmaker. I make exotic pictures.
Burt turns Mark Wahlberg into a skin flick star in the movie, which celebrates the 70s styles. And the premiere crowd was flashing back to the disco era.
I think the clothes, yeah, because I remember, and the clothes and the cars, everything was like big bell bottoms, big cars.
I can't believe I bought those pants and thought they looked good.
You are fired! What? You're fired!
Reynolds' intense performance has earned Burt some of the best reviews of his career. and already has Hollywood buzzing about an Oscar nomination for both him and Wahlberg.
The critics have never been this kind to me, ever in my life.
It's very exciting. It's very flattering for them to even mention that. You know, how realistic it is, I don't know, but it's very nice that they're even considering that.
That could be proven wrong.
Thanks to Mark and Lisa. And Boogie Nights opens tomorrow in selected cities and in the rest of the country on Halloween.
Oscar winner Denzel Washington has starred with everyone from Whitney Houston to Tom Hanks. But now a new movie has him paired up with John Goodman as a detective on the trail of a cold-blooded killer who just will not die.
Edgar Reese, who's here? It's the brilliant detective who sealed my brutish fate. Remember this, Hobbs? What goes around really goes around.
In Fallen, a demonic killer is apprehended by Detective Denzel Washington, who then witnesses his execution.
It's on my side. Go ahead! Light up my life!
But a new series of killings seems to point to the dead murderer.
It's on my side.
But is the killer really dead? It seems his evil spirit lives on in others, and Denzel is faced with an unimaginable horror.
Well, I believe what I see, and I'm still trying to get my mind around what I just saw.
Some things, pal, you shouldn't know.
I know you, Hobbs.
Put the gun down.
I know who you are.
Put the gun down!
Is on my side. Hey, pal.
Jonesy, you know I didn't do this.
I know it is, Hobbs.
Haven't you done enough, huh?
Oh, looks kind of spooky. Donald Sutherland also stars in this supernatural thriller. Fallen creeps its way into theaters January 16th.
Tom Cruise and David Duchovny. Coming up on E.T., we will tell you why some of Hollywood's most handsome men are teaming up. Plus, Cameron Diaz is ready for anything as America asks the tough questions.
In my best friend's wedding, you didn't sing very well. Were you faking it, or can you really sing?
And then, ground control to Major Tom. Commander Hanks goes from the Earth to the Moon to recreate the first lunar landing. Next on E.T.
Shoot! I won? I get the fun part? I get the fun part because I'm a fun guy. Here comes the fun part. Ooh. Precious and few are the moments we three can share.
Kellogg's Rice Krispie cereal. Let someone in on the fun. Boy, these are yummy. Kellogg's Halloween Rice Krispie cereal in fun shapes and colors for a limited time. So much fun, it's scary.
Is excellence a state of mind? It's more than that. It's also the hair color I love. Excellence cream from L'Oreal. It's a special cream because it's rich in moisture. Excellence is so rich, it even protects. So creamy, it doesn't drip. And best of all, Excellence really covers gray with rich, healthy color. Isn't that what it's all about? Excellence cream from L'Oreal. The creme de la creme of hair color.
It's Halloween time again. Time for boobies. Like Bitsy Spider and Poltergeist. Get one free with every total purchase of $15 or more. And get all 6 only from Eckerd & Thrift. Stop in and save on great Halloween decorations. Like 140 bulb spooky lights or 20 bulb M&M lights. Plus the entire Fall Harvest collection. All this week only $8.88 each. Hurry in before these spooky characters disappear. Only Eckerd & Thrift.
Now on video.
Look for the bare necessities.
One of the world's best-loved animated classics with some of the best music ever is now fully restored and available for the first time.
Crazy.
In a brand new 30th anniversary limited edition you've got to own.
You better believe it.
Walt Disney's 19th animated classic, The Jungle Book.
Hey!
Treat your family to a jungle full of fun and excitement.
Yeah, man.
Own The Jungle Book, now on video. Get it before it's gone.
What a swinging party.
Cameron Diaz had it all in My Best Friend's Wedding, including Julia Roberts' fella. Well, now Cameron is telling all as America asks E.T.
Hey Cameron, my name is Nick Barnhill from San Diego, California, and I want to know if you're single, and I also want to know what your vision of a perfect boyfriend is.
Hi, Nick.
in my birthplace of San Diego. No, I'm not single. I've had a boyfriend for about a year and a half or so. And the vision of my perfect boyfriend, nobody's perfect, Nick. Don't put the pressure on yourself to be.
Hi, my name's Marisol Lea, City of Cerritos, California. Cameron, where do you shop at? I want to know where you get those clothes at. I think they're bomb.
Hi, Marissa. Where do I shop? I have to say I shop everywhere. I'm a shopper. Love Barney's. I have to go to Barney's. And basically, it's not about where you shop. It's about your own personal style and what makes you feel good. So just go on, girl.
Hi, Cameron. I'm Beverly Maurer from San Antonio, Texas. And I was just wondering, in my best friend's wedding, you didn't sing very well. Were you faking it, or can you really sing?
Hi, Beverly. I sound fantastic in my shower and my car.
Diaz not only sings a few bars, but even dances on one in her new movie, A Life Less Ordinary. And when it comes to that topic, E.T. had a few questions of our own.
Was it fun doing it, though? Because it was a real hoot to watch. You guys dancing, and
we had been practicing jumping around into one another's arms and all this stuff on like level ground. And then all of a sudden we're up on a bar that's like, 4 feet tall. And
did you or you ever fall off the bar jumping around?
Everybody was just sort of around us, and we're like, break our fall, If we fall, will you please catch me? And there's girls down there going, don't worry, I'll catch you, girl.
Thanks, Lisa and Cameron. Cameron and Ewan McGregor embark on A Life Less Ordinary a week from tomorrow. Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke will be answering your questions tonight when they log on to ET Online on the Microsoft Network during the premiere party for their new movie, Gattaca. So anybody with internet access can shoot a question to Ethan and Uma at et.msn.com beginning tonight at midnight Eastern Time. That's 9 p.m. Pacific. And we'll take you to the Gattaca premiere tomorrow here on ET.
It is not often that Tom Cruise, David Duchovny, and Christopher Reeve headline a party together, but they did last night, and that puts them right at the top of the ET Star Watch. GQ bestowed their Men of the Year awards last night. Tom Cruise, basketball star Grant Hill, and David Duchovny were among those honored.
He's got good abs and good pecs.
David Bowie provided entertainment at the party. Christopher Reeve received the award for courage.
Courage is the willingness to persevere, even if you don't feel you're able to do so.
Keanu Reeves joined Al Pacino as the Godfather's hand and footprints were immortalized at Mann's Chinese Theater in Hollywood. Al told our Leonard Maltin he was thrilled.
Anyone that does what they really love and gets applauded for it, it's just a lucky person.
We must be able to make out.
Yeah, because you can't see their face. Tom Hanks donned his executive producer hat as stuntmen recreated the first time astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin walked on the moon.
And very tentatively step off.
This historic event is a part of the 13-part series From the Earth to the Moon, which chronicles the history of the Apollo space missions.
And cut.
Tom Hanks' anthology series From the Earth to the Moon premieres next April on HBO. And Tom may soon step out from behind the camera to reunite on screen with his Sleepless in Seattle co-star Meg Ryan. Daily Variety reports Hanks and Ryan are talking about starring in a comedy called You Have Mail, a remake of a 1940 movie called The Shop Around the Corner. Tom and Meg would play co-workers who hate each other, but who are each other's anonymous romantic pen pal.
They're building a nursery on the set of Friends. Coming up on ET, find out which friend is pregnant. And next, before Ellen made homosexual humor hot.
Come on out. It's okay to come out.
Meet the gay stand-up who first blazed the trail. Plus, fitness guru Susan Powter's battle with the bottle.
The Powter family happens to be saturated in alcohol.
Next on ET.
I've got it all. A great family, a great day planned, and the worst cold. Don't waste precious time on a cold. Take Alka-Seltzer Plus, the only cold medicine that combines ingredients to relieve your worst symptoms with a burst of effervescence that's ready to speed relief the instant you take it. No cold pill can do all that, so get Alka-Seltzer Plus and get back to what's really important. Alka-Seltzer Plus, the strength and speed you need.
She's the queen of high society, but when this swinging senior lost her millionaire husband, she fell in love with a man half her age.
Her 32-year-old husband is going to do very well to try to keep up with her.
Hard Copy tells the real-life fairy tale of the socialite and the stud. Plus, from dramatic drag queen to clean-cut detective. Find out how this Australian hunk is exploding on the big screen. He's the Saucy Aussie on Hard Copy.
Tonight at 7:30 on KYW3.
Everything you've ever thought about quitting smoking is about to change, because today there are new ways to help reduce your urge to smoke. Different from anything you may have tried before. Not a patch, not a gum, but medicines only your doctor can prescribe to help separate you from your cigarettes. See your doctor about the new ways that can help you quit smoking. For more information, call 1-888-959-STOP and get ready for success.
This Saturday at every Macy's, it's Super Saturday. One super day of savings store-wide. 14-karat gold jewelry, 50% off, plus bonus dollar savings. Buy 2 bras from Warner's, Ballet, and Maidenform. Get the third for free. Coats and jackets for her, 30 to 40% off. Men's designer suits and sport coats, 1/3 off. Grand Prix or Odyssey 15-piece cookware set, $99.99. Macy's Super Saturday, plus a preview day Friday.
Showboat, the 1995 Tony Award-winning epic musical that captured the hearts and souls of more than 1.5 million theater lovers on Broadway, is coming to Philadelphia for a limited engagement. Jerome Kern and Oscar Hammerstein's classic musical, Showboat, recreated by director Harold Prince. Limited engagement begins November 12, 1997 at the Forest Theater, Philadelphia. Call 1-800-447-7400.
Ellen DeGeneres is a TV revolutionary because she threw open the closet door on her sitcom and in her life. But before Ellen came out, Bob Smith was already out there, offering up his sexual identity for laughs. The first successful openly gay stand-up comedian is the Entertainment Tonight cover story.
I always knew I was gay.
I was definitely a gay kid. My treehouse had a breakfast nook.
I've never had anyone yell like, get off the stage, faggot.
You're gay? Are you seeing a psychiatrist? I said, no, I'm seeing a lieutenant in the Navy.
Bob Smith has been making audiences howl over homosexual humor for quite some time, and it earned him his own special on HBO.
Come on out. It's okay to come out.
Hey, what are you doing in the lesbian news?
Ellen's orchestrated coming out made headlines, but Bob had already done some pioneering 3 years earlier when he says he became the first openly gay comic to appear on The Tonight Show.
Please welcome Bob Smith.
I was really nervous about it, but beforehand, Jay Leno came backstage. He knocked on the door and he goes, "We're here to out you," which made me burst out laughing. I opened the door and he was like, take your time. This is your shot.
My high school had a Head Start program for homosexuals. It was called Drama Club.
In his new book, Openly Bob, Smith writes about his life, about coming out, and about coming home for his dad's funeral.
My dad was a New York State trooper, very macho guy. All his friends were either cops or auto mechanics. And when I went home to the funeral, these men just kept coming up to me like, "Hey, your dad showed us your Tonight Show tape and you're really funny."
While touched by his dad's gesture, he wasn't surprised that a straight audience found him funny.
Sometimes the straight audiences have to be led along just a little bit, get them to like you, and then hit them over the head.
Don't mess with the gay mafia. They'll break the legs on your coffee table.
And though he came out earlier, Bob says that with her fame, Ellen has helped the cause. And he is proud that his earlier book, Growing Up Gay, played a part in her coming out episode.
When she's talking to her new girlfriend, you can see my book there, and I didn't know that was going to happen, and that was made me feel part of the event, so it was really exciting.
Well,
now he's talking with Showtime about a series, and he's written material for Roseanne and Dennis Miller. But Bob still thinks about what his mom wrote to him when he first came out.
Oh, our family's gone through so much, Dad's drinking, my breakdown, Carol's divorce, and now this. Love, Mom. And then, no lie, she put P.S. Keep up the good work with the comedy.
Thank you very much.
Bob Smith told a reporter that his goal is to someday be known as a comedian who happens to be gay instead of the gay comedian. His book, Openly Bob, is in stores now. Tomorrow on E.T., we are going to show you a side of Princess Diana that you've never seen. The never-before-seen pictures of Princess Diana. One of her closest friends shares her favorite photos and her memories of a friend lost forever.
In a way, she took a better picture getting out of a car. And to get her into the studio was more complicated because she was a little bit more nervous.
Plus, we'll take you inside the Colorado church as friends and family gather for John Denver's funeral. And we'll show you the never-before-seen footage from John Denver's last movie.
I thought you wanted a new life, too.
E.T. has his final performance and memories from the set from his on-screen son.
He was really easy to talk to. You could ask him a question about anything.
Then, in a rare interview, Robert Kennedy's kids talked to Ed Bradley about John Kennedy Jr.'s attack on his cousins. That's tomorrow.
Through her infomercials and videos, Susan Powter has helped millions of people get off their backsides and on the road to a healthier life. But now Susan is revealing that she could have used some help of her own.
Were you drinking heavily while you were doing your videotapes and doing your television shows?
The answer is yes. I was alcoholic and was a drinking alcoholic for the last however many years, since the day I took a sip of alcohol.
She is the diet guru who once motivated millions to stop the insanity. Now Susan Powter reveals her own private hell, telling 2020's Lynn Shure about her secret battle with the bottle.
I knew I was alcoholic. I knew that I had to speak the words, I am alcoholic, and I didn't want to speak those words for nothing, because quite honestly, Lynn, I didn't have to. Nobody needed to know.
Because you've gotten away with it.
Come on. I didn't have to do this, and I don't have to do this.
She says she knew really from the beginning that she was an alcoholic, but that it had gotten to the point where she had been passing out, there had been some problems at home, and she realized that she was doing things like driving drunk, and she didn't like that about herself because she's got 2 young boys of whom she's very fond.
The best way to warm up a muscle is by getting blood and oxygen to that muscle.
Powter's new book, Sober and Staying That Way, chronicles her struggle with alcoholism and her recovery, thanks to a controversial vitamin and mineral therapy.
She's taking more than 30 different pills a day. Some of the people doing similar things are taking something like 100 pills a day. This is what a lot of doctors have a problem with.
The Powter family happens to be saturated in alcohol.
Susan, joined by her father and brother Mark for this interview, also reveals the heartache of growing up with an alcoholic mother.
Mark and Susan say things were just awful at home and the mother just couldn't control it. And they claim that's what they saw growing up. Susan says she was drinking beer as a teenager, as an adolescent, and so does her brother.
But the drinking took its toll on the family, tearing the siblings apart. Powter and her brother refused to speak to one another for 5 years.
It wasn't just not talking, Lynn. It was an enormous amount of violence. It was anger. It was phone calls.
No, I think she's looking at this in terms of, this is me, take it or leave it. This is life, folks. This is who I am.
You can see Susan's interview tonight on ABC's 2020. Her book, Sober and Staying That Way, is in stores now. And David Schwimmer has a son on Friends, you probably know, but he won't be the only parent on the show for long. Lisa Kudrow's character Phoebe will be in the family way this season because Lisa is pregnant in real life. She and her husband, Michelle Stern, expect their first child this spring. We'll be right back.
Who took over as Tom Cruise's co-pilot during the big battle scene in Top Gun? Is it Val Kilmer, Tim Robbins, or Tom Skerritt? Your answer is next in the E.T. Birthdays. Closed captioning provided by...
You have bad breath.
Me?
Use Breath Assure, America's #1 selling breath freshener because it works for hours from the inside out.
Next time on Martha Stewart Living. In my quest for wonderful cookie recipes to share with you, I've asked my family and friends to give to me their favorite recipes on the next Martha Stewart Living.
Tomorrow at 10 on KYW3. From football to hoop dreams, see how sports can empower our children.
She knows that she can do anything now.
It's a whole new ballgame in the 90s. Women in sports on the next Gayle King. Tomorrow at 10:30.
You know, my taxes pay your salary.
There are days you'd like to forget, but don't forget the Bradley's Miss Anything But This sale starting Saturday. Get the lowest prices of the season. Huge savings in every department. The Bradley's Miss Anything But This sale.
For the first time ever, the music of the century, the artists of the century, the sale of the century. Now is the best time to buy some of the greatest albums of all time at a special low price. And the only chance to win the $100,000 grand prize. There's never been a music event like this. Look for this logo on specially marked CDs. It's the sale of the century. Going on now for a limited time at record stores everywhere. See store for details.
The bakers of Entenmann's have to confess.
Entenmann!
It seems we made our new soft baked cookies a little too hard to resist. With lots of varieties like double chocolate chip, white chocolate and macadamia nut, and rich chocolate chip. All baked soft, fresh, and moist. One taste, and you'll find them irresistible too. New Entenmann's soft baked cookies.
Yes!
The soft baked cookie that's hard to resist.
You're planning a special meal. You want a truly distinctive salad, so you choose Dole Special Blends. You get fresh ingredients like crisp romaine, colorful radicchio, and delicate frisée for a gourmet taste perfect for your special evening.
Honey, dinner's ready.
Coming, Mom! Make any meal special with the fresh taste of Dole. Now add your own special touch with the delicious pear and cheese recipe in specially marked bags of Dole Special Blends. Available at Clemens.
Critics speak of the devil.
We're coming out!
Oscar-caliber performances from Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino.
You played me!
A devilishly good time. The Devil's Advocate, rated R. Now playing at a theater near you.
Here's croissant pockets from Hot Pockets brand.
Sandwiches stuffed with chicken and broccoli in a tender, flaky crust. Croissant pockets.
Now on video, John Cusack's a hitman going home to his high school reunion.
Where have you been for 10 years? I'm a professional killer.
Do you have to do postgraduate work for that?
Grosse Point Blank. Read it today.
Having an E.T.-style star birthday today, actress Kelly Martin turns 22. Who took over as Tom Cruise's co-pilot during the big battle scene in Top Gun?
It's Tim Robbins, Merlin in the movie. Tim is 39 today. Suzanne Summers is 51. Harry Corbin, 57. And Angela Lansbury turns 72. So just what were Mel Gibson and Rene Russo doing in our studio?
Yeah, that's what I'd like to know. Well, we're going to show you tomorrow on E.T., but here's a sneak peek for you.
We'll see you.
She thought she was safe.
You get me crying here. You know you will.
You guys will follow me everywhere.
Do they need to follow you?
No.
You got me all flustered now. I swear to you, I'll never be able to do a word if you stay there.
I'll leave if you want me to. I'll take more comfortable.
So, Mel, you sure you don't want to go first in case I'm here for hours?
And a lot of ground covered in neuron. Oh, damn it, neuron regeneration. Regeneration. We better do that again. Let's go in here for a
Yeah, really.
We have to talk business.
So, Mel?
Was the death of their children turned into a mystery novel? Inside Edition.